welcome back to my channel. Today we are working on Chapter 8 Programming Challenge 4, and this programming challenge is to display how many vowels and how many consonants are there in a string. So let's create a class called Vowels and Consonants. This would have a string called words, and I will have a constructor that takes a string, say words string. Then we have to return get cons for consonants, say count 0, and I will say int I 0 I less than words dot length, and we will create a boolean, say negation operator parentheses, and we'll say words char at I equal a, or words char at I equal I, or words char at I equal O, words char at equal U, or words char at I equal E. So basically we are checking if the string contains one of these characters, and if this returns true, basically the negation operator would make it false, and if this returns false, the negation operator will make it true. Whatever this returns, this exclamation point would make it the opposite of the return type. So what we'll do is we'll say check, and we'll increment the count, and we'll return the count. Public int get vowels int count 0 for int I 0 I words dot length, and you say if words char at equal A, if words char at equal I, if that is the case, then we would increment by count. Basically, if we found a string that contains either A, I, O, U, or E, If we found those characters, that means the string contains vowels. So we incremented the count variable. Then we return the count. And after that, we have to create another class. We will call main. This class, we will say the main method. We will create a scanner class, new scanner class, system.in, and we ask the user to enter a string. Then we say string sc, and we create another character called option. It's empty character, and then we use a do while loop, not while loop, and the while loop will continue until the option is not equal to e. If it is, then we would exit the loop. Then I based the menu they gave us in the programming challenge description. So if the user enters A, that means the user wants vowels, B for consonants, C for both the vowels and consonants, D, the user wants to enter another string, and E to exit. So we have to ask the user your option, and you have to capture the option in the option variable. We'll say sc next line charat 0, and here at the top of the system line we say vowels vc. We don't want vcc, vc, and we have to take the string, and after the option is taken, we have to check what it is using a switch statement. We will say case A. If it's case A, then we want to display the number of vowels in the string is, then vc get vowels. Then we have to copy this multiple times, copy paste. So this time we say B, the option B is consonants, and we'll get cons, and if it is C, we want to see both consonants and vowels. And we'll say vc get cons, and if it is D, and if it's D, what do we want? We want to ask the user for another string, right? have to ask the user enter another string, and we have to store it in a string, in the string variable. Say next line, and lastly, if the user enters E, we have to exit the entire program. System exit 0, default, and I think we completed. Let's check it. Here they say enter a string, let's say right. They give us a menu. If I choose A, how many vowels there are in right, in the word right? There is only 2, because there is I and there is E. How many consonants are there in the word right? There are 3, because there is W, R, and T. How about option C? Option C gives us the vowels, which are 2, and consonants, which are 3. How about D, if I want to enter another string? Let's say New York, and let's pick A. They say there are only 2 vowels. Yes, there are only 2 vowels, because there is E in New and O in York. How about consonants? There are 7 of them. Okay, N and W 2, Y 3, and R and K. Maybe they are counting the space, right? Here there is only 2, and here there is only 3, so it should have been 5. So instead they are counting the spaces. Let's try one more time. New York, and pick option B. How about if I enter without space and choose B? Yeah. Now without the space, they say 5, right? But when I add 2 spaces between the 2 words and after the York, it says 7, right? I think it's okay. And then in E, let's check E. And it terminates. Let's fix the space issue. If we go back to our class and go back to the consonants method, what we can do, we can say and or I should say words char at of I equals space. Now let's run it again and test that possibility. The New York with spaces. I will say New York, and we will just choose B. As you can see now, even though we added 2 spaces, now it says 5, the correct answer. There is only 2 here, 2 consonants, and here there is 3, the Y, R, and K. So I think we are finished for this programming challenge, and I think we fulfilled all the requirements for this programming challenge. We asked the user to enter a string, and we passed that string to the class Vowels and Consonants, and then we gave the user a menu which he can pick his option. Then we captured the option in the option variable, and we tested it. We checked which kind of answer the user entered. If it's A, we return the vowels. If it's B, we return the consonants. If the option is C, we return both the vowels and consonants. And lastly, if it's D, we give them the opportunity to write another string if they want to. And lastly, for E, we exit the program, and the loop will run as long as the option is not equal to E. Thank you for watching, and I will see you for the next one. Thank you.